earlier on, me the story ebremo ewo Gyakye Quayson a case no eso. Se one kai story na me the bremo say Gyakye Quayson a lawyer akwa file. I mean maybe after this I'll add that one so that you understand what's going on. But as I'm the tintin in the one say Gyakye Quayson lawyer akwa file review. Okay, there was a review decision. No, sorry, there was a decision said Gyakye Quayson number court every day because this week, on say a serious political campaigning time. Ewo asen not. Na Gyakye Quayson you know the number court one crying every day. At yes here, into a lawyer file review and they say court no emboss asem no engu. The lawyer no ema reasons. Send your maka no me reasons no ewo video be emu. So when you video now, me the video no better so na what you see. Now, ya to say court it decided on a year sa review no eso. Emma court adjourn the application. Okay, now let's read it. I'll say the High Court has adjourned the application for James Gyakye Quayson's case to vary the order of daily hearings until Wednesday, June 21st, 2023. This decision was made following a request by the prosecution for additional time to react to the affidavit presented in the application. Quayson's defense team is seeking to prevent the case from being heard on a daily basis as they believe it would adversely affect the accused campaign efforts. Quayson is a parliamentary candidate for the National Democratic Congress in the upcoming Asen North by-election scheduled for June 27th. Also during the proceedings, Deputy Attorney General Alfred Tua Yeboah argued that the state had not had sufficient time to review the affidavit and therefore requested the hearing to be postponed to June 21st. The prosecution also urged the court to continue the cross-examination of its witness on the same day. However, the defense team led by Chachuchi Kata intended Chachuna Ekoko Lidi James Gyakye Quayson ewo court on. Wow. Okay. However, the defense team led by Chachuchi Kata opposed the request and urged the court to hear the motion before proceeding with any further proceedings related to the substantive case. In response, the judge decided to stay proceedings for Tuesday and adjourned the hearing of the motion to Wednesday. A decision on the next adjourned date for the substantive matter will be determined thereafter. And order. I'll say Deputy Attorney General expressed his thoughts to the media after today's hearing, while members of the NDC, including parliamentarians and former ministers, remain confident of obtaining a variation to the court order. Intino court no etu a year asheda a year ochina say ye better say Gyakye Quayson this week ye be penny say one bra every day and now say yempene. For those who don't know the application and what it entails, no, I am adding it. I mean, after this particular case intimidate to us, Montreal Majo comment box no, but that's it. Now what we mo say me mamoti asiye say the campaign political activity ewo Asen North ebeko so ye pa. Me mamoti asiye say na what we na me expect say President Akufo-Addo ne ba omia ebeko akopie mu ewo Asen North. Mama wati asese NDC for nso ohwe ruling na eye court e de aba on omo candidate na NDC for ni na nso akwakogo Asen North na watwe omobo edwuma enye edwuma ketwa mahama mu nyina aginem MC MPP for me hu se nde Kennedy Japan akwakopie mu wo ho ejako mu ni na akwakopie mu wo ho a wo nso e de squad a omo eko. And you see, this is the week that the campaign is supposed to be intensified, but due to the judiciary, okay, we obi bese level playing field no anko ye for the very first time in our country yama ruling say Gyakye Quayson umbra court every day na what we mu ananka be ye tight ananka ye hia no yes umbra court every day, and it is sort of sabotaging, or it is going to sabotage his campaign, because now what you we and mama wati asi the campaign no e was a cost ye Gyakye Quayson through the lawyers a file review of that decision na a year court no emaye no na omo kwa check out na say Charlie Sa ade na mo se yembra court every day ne de sebe previous as sebe yen yadwen ho anyansa enim yadwen ho ebi nsi wo Ghana da asa yadwen ho a ye pese ye hyeda ne ye man krofo bi esisi eye Gyakye Quayson enti court no enhwe asem ne mu na court ni hu ne se nyansa enim ne ye ma ruling na sa every day ne ye se Gyakye Quayson embra no ye ntungu enti wo he enkrata eye Gyakye Quayson ne lawyers Ediaba Betujana was say in the Superior Court of Judicature in the High Court of Justice Criminal Division 3 or say motion on notice for a review and or variation under the inherent jurisdiction of the courts of certain orders of the courts made on 16th June 2023. I say please take notice that this honorable court shall be moved on the next adjourned date by counsel for and on behalf of the accused applicant herein praying the court for a review and or variation of orders of the court, that the trial now proceed from day to day and consequently fixing 20th to 23rd June for continuation of the trial upon the grounds set out in the accompanying affidavits and related constitutional and legal grounds, and for such further orders as to the honorable court may seem fit. Dated at Kaponde and Associates into here wawunim legal terms and then sensemo a womo keka no ba sem no netenteni ni tete mu ne se ye katre judge no se sa ruling na Gyakye Quayson no mbra de bia ne de womo ntena se no mu review no mu hu ne se chale we de emwa into here affidavits in support. 1 Justice Paura Teriwaja of flat number E3, Accra Technical University, Accra Central, in the Accra, in the Greater Accra region, Accra, do make oath and say as follows: that I am the solicitor for the accused stroke applicant hearing. I say that I have the authority of the accused applicant to swear to this affidavit in respect of instant application for a review of certain orders of the court after the court had an oral application by the Attorney General on 16th June 2023, that the case be heard from day to day and consequently fixing 20th to 23rd June for continuation of the trial. Was it that the oral application by Attorney General, who was appearing for the first time in this trial for the case to be heard from day to day, was made without any notice to the accused person or his counsel and took us by surprise. Inti what drama court ne say sa decision na court no emaye no Attorney General de beto court ne nim say court enfo aso no yambo omo Gyakye Quayson ne nkrofo amane. It took them by surprise. Attorney General bae na wababa be raise case without informing them. Now was say for the fourth point no was that the said application was made after I had notified the court about the continuing failure of the prosecution to make full disclosure of documents that the prosecution is required to make to the defense. Naturally, say on say okwa quarter wa opese woche ye Gyakye Quayson ntuma na oni ni di asem no wasa won krata wo de ba no o making available no mo so ehwem no mo prepare wo defense. Say that's I don't know, but it looks like that's what happens in court. Into mo tre say wo mo bisa Attorney General say the full documents are person will prosecute Gyakye Quayson. For documents never ni enhwem ni enso yemfa prepare your defense. Attorney General person will release the document no. I said that there was pending before this court an application for orders of the court to ensure full disclosure by the prosecution of documents in possession of the prosecution, and some of the said documents were only presented to me in court on 16th June 2023. It was say answer na court ebe masa order is Gyakye Quayson number every day no na asemfo fro wo ho a wo mo ka say document ni nina no yemfa mayen o se na asemfo fro wo ho a wo mo ka say document no yemfa mayen court no end decide on that document ne so eno an say 16 for mobile na ma ruling be say, and so it is not fair to them. I mean, technically, that's what they are trying to say. That's what the team of Gyakye Quayson are trying to say, that the need for full disclosures before trial has been authoritatively determined by the Supreme Court and is also contained in practice directions of the Chief Justice. Into what I say, Supreme Court ama order and our Supreme Court determine so when you be bekwa asem a full disclosures or documents in fabra nipa kuri wan famba wa 16 for aba e ma asem no wo ho yen kan wiye wasanso aba be kan bi foforo say ma Gyakye Quayson mbra court every day a unso judge no wafo aso say Gyakye Quayson mbra da bi asem ne de wo ho na wo say e bi wi ansa foforo e ba no ye ba be kan oye no to aso that I had also indicated to the court that the accused is a candidate in a parliamentary by-election due to be held on 27th June 2023 in respect of the Ase North constituency, and that this being a national assignment that he was engaged in, further hearing of the trial should be after the said by-election date, by which time also the further disclosures required to be made by the prosecution would have been made. It was say Osanso Katre Court ne say Makatre mo say Gyakye Quayson ade a wokoye no a national assignment wokoto aba nti wo de say na nka say one bra every day no na nka muntu nhye after abaton, because abaton no ye to no this week and the week and ye to aba no and now weekend and ye to aba no weekend nti na nka ye to aba no wi a Gyakye Quayson betumi aba ondwane nko bebia unso court say dabi judge will say dabi meanwhile na ka time ne ye na nka full document na was say attorney general or deba ni ye nso ye hwem no na ka time be ready document ni ready attorney general fan by na unso koma ruling na wakwa koma ruling we. I said that in response to my indication to the court that the attorney general made extremely prejudicial, unjustified and insulting remarks to the effect that the accused was irresponsible in putting himself up for election, knowing he is facing a criminal trial which could land him in jail. The Attorney General claimed categorically that the accused was not on a national assignment. I said that the Attorney General then proceeded with the application for day-to-day hearing of the case, which led to the orders of the court, which this application is in respect of. That the extremely prejudicial, unjustified and insulting remarks of the Attorney General amount to a blatant denial of the constitutional right of the accused to be presumed innocent until he is proved guilty. To say Attorney General ba court Godfrey Dame bae ensem wo kan na Gyakye Quayson no ye be chinatum and you criminal na nka oso hu ya denti na okoko stand ye na nka oso sua nyansa na say masa Ghana mratre say obi kokum nipa kra na ye china nipa kra no oye innocent until proven guilty. It was Attorney General the conduct now he was prejudicial in court. Now so oba be kan say ye ma Gyakye Quayson mbra day to day no ye pene ye. Also further, the said extremely prejudicial, unjustified and insulting remarks of the Attorney General seek to prejudice the outcome of the trial and amount to a denial of the constitutional right of the accused to a fair trial. It is asem Attorney General ne kind no, it is unconstitutional, prejudicial. Also that the said extremely prejudicial, unjustified and insulting remarks of the Attorney General would also deny the people of Ase North constituency the right to vote for candidates of their choice, which is also a constitutional right. Not to say Attorney General and someone waka e court no. Ebema will be a wa Ase North because say is the Attorney General can say nipa kro e be china tum de na ma mentoma no. Nti ya de bia e unfair to Gyakye Quayson. Also that the said extremely prejudicial, unjustified insulting remarks of the Attorney General would also deny the accused person the constitutional right. Okay, you read here no. Also that the election of a member of parliament for the Ase North constituency is of tremendous national significance in the nation's democratic course, particularly as the people of the said constituency have been denied representation in parliament by an interlocutory injunction of the Supreme Court in April 2022. Also that the said extremely prejudicial, unjustified and insulting remarks of the Attorney General must be taken in the context of a clear determination of the government of which the Attorney General is a member to disable the accused person who decisively won the parliamentary election for Ase North constituency on 7 December 2020 from representing the people of a year Ase North. Gyakye Quayson, a lawyer adjourns in krata ateten at their court. I don't want to talk about the outcome, but your guess is as good as mine. Muntra mo your comment box ni mo.